Oh, this hairstyle is quite flashy. Isn't this usually the kind of style that delinquents go for?
Well, the protagonist is a middle-aged man who doesn't exactly go by the book. But in a movie like this, the flashier the hairstyle, the better.
Huh? Why's that?
As long as the protag makes his entrance with that bizarre hairstyle, the story can then develop in a million possible ways. As for that middle-aged man, he could be someone who likes to make wild guesses about the case, someone who is bullied by spoiled brats, or even someone who loses his memory 365 times a year. Anything feels possible.
Manager, were you doling out spoilers just now?
Oops.
That's hilarious. That guy actually started snoring halfway through solving the case. That kid must have the toughest job in the world.
Wow, did you just laugh? That's a first for me. Kudos to the protagonist. Wouldn't you find it ridiculous? Being, a professional in the field and all?
How else can you make people laugh if not by making it ridiculous? I'm not so out of it that I expect everything to be done by the book in a comedy. Besides, I've actually gained a lot of inspiration from it. In this episode, the culprit cleaned the scene very thoroughly in an attempt to cover up his wrongdoing. He did manage to get rid of the evidence, but it wasn't enough to cover his tracks completely.
Huh? Why not?
Anyone who checked his utility bills would have noticed something was off. With the amount of cleaning he did, his water usage would be unusually high. We public security officers would have focused our investigation on the family members of the victim first, instead of immediately treating it as a missing person case.
I'd never have thought of that. You're amazing.
No, it's not about us being particularly skilled. The crime itself is just inherently flawed. Evil never goes unnoticed in this world, and the more sophisticated the deception, the easier it is to uncover. The stronger the order established by public security, the more resilient we become against crime. That's the purpose of having a routine. Anyway, my time here was well spent watching such an intriguing movie. I'll recommend this place to my colleagues.